Hi guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. I did like a full collection video towards like the beginning of the year, and then I never did anything after that. But I didn't think I was gonna accumulate so many cards over the past however many months it's been, but it actually ended up being a lot more than I thought. So I didn't save, I'm sorry, my cat, now that I'm filming, is obviously gonna get in the way, so sorry if you see her, she's in the way. But I was kind of putting cards away as I got them because I didn't think it would be so many, and it ended up being quite a bit, but most of them was Ampers cards. So I want to film my collection for Ampers so far, especially since their tour just ended the other day. They just performed at Weavers Con like last night, this morning, you know, time zones. But I have most of the cards that I'm missing on the way. I'll film myself putting those away. I've been waiting for them to come from Poke Market, and it's been like over a week, but I think they should be here next week or like this upcoming week. So I'll finally be able to put those away, and then I'll almost be fully up to date for Ampers other than the Definition album. So we can go ahead and get started. Was it last weekend? I was trying to change how my collection looks. Excuse me. Come on. I was trying to change how my collection looks because I'm always doing that. Before I had them in clear sleeves, and now I'm trying to do like themed sections to each album. It's not done yet, it's in progress, and I need to get more sleeves. But this is my cover. So this is the front, this is the back, this is the side. So starting off, I need to find like a different spot. These need to like not be in here or something, these IDs from the albums. But we've got Jiho, we've got Kyrell. Hang on. But I start off the binder with my signed photo card set from their first tour. So this is from their photo book that they did. And then I have my selfies from their first tour. And then my selfies from this year. So I went to Minneapolis again, and I impulsively went to Des Moines after they released more tickets. And then I want to make like cover pages for each album. Like I said, I'm trying to do like themed sections. So here's like On and On. On and On is almost done. I have 2 cards on the way, and I'm just missing one Kyrell that I cannot find. Like, you can find these cards on Poke Market, but they're expensive. So I'm not paying more than like a couple to few dollars for an Ampers card. But like here, I don't know how I feel about this shade of pink. I don't know. And like, I'm out of like the pink hearts, so I just put these purple to fill the space. And then same for like the green. I'm out of green sleeves, so I put the yellow ones here. And then one-hearted. The postcard version of the cards are so hard to find. And like I said, you can get them on Poke Market, but they're like super expensive on there. And then they're not gonna stay in these pink sleeves. I have these like black heart hollow sleeves. I don't have enough for the one-hearted section, which is why they're not in them yet. But once I get more, they'll be in black heart hollow sleeves. And I think it's gonna look really good. But for doing like the cover pages, I'm probably gonna find people selling like their albums secondhand and use those to make like collage pieces. Like this page is still so sad. It's looked like this for year and a half. Is that how long I've been collecting OT7? I just got this Camden in a trade the other day. That's the only progress I've made on this. And then I tried, because I didn't have the postcard version, I didn't own it. So I bought it the other day from K-Pop Nara when I was there. And so I pulled this Makaya, which I already had, and it was a dupe. And then I pulled this Jiho, which I did not have and was the last card I needed for this set. So that's done. And then One Question. I don't collect all the cards for One Question just because they're not my favorite and like the concepts are honestly kind of boring. So I just collected 2 sets per version, and then here's where I ran out of green sleeves. See, these 2 don't have the sleeves. So it's just kind of like a mess right now, but like it's a work in progress. Like I hope you see my vision. I hope you see my vision. I'm hoping I see my vision as well. But I have the Shion on the way. Otherwise, the rest I'm missing. I also have these units on the way. And then we get into Kickstart, or Wild and Free, the Wild and Free album. Kickstart's the song. It's kind of sad. I don't really like the yellow. I also want to use the green sleeves for Wild and Free. And then I need to separate this from this because this is Wild and Free. This is a pre-order set. But this is another one where I only collected 2 sets per version because they're not my favorite cards. I do like this concept better than this one, but like I debated on collecting all for this one, but I decided against it. And then we get into my favorite section so far of the binder is the Loud and Proud album. I think this is like the most like cohesive and like just visually appealing section. So I had this set signed when I met them again this year. And then, so I had that in the front in the clear sleeves. So yeah, that's like how we start off the section. And then I used these silver sleeves for all of them. This is like my favorite set, and I really wanted to get this one signed, but I was missing both Jiho and Makaya at the time. So I wanted like a set signed. So I couldn't do that. But most of these cards that I'm missing are on the way. There's only 3 cards that I'm still missing. I also thought about doing this set because I saw someone else get this one signed, and I think this set works really well for signatures. And then Born to Define. I was like going back and forth of like which sleeves and colors I wanted to use. Right now I've got the black and the silver. I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna end up with. I didn't want it to be too similar to Loud and Proud, but that's probably just what it's gonna be. So I just have my pulls in here right now. I pulled quite a bit of Camden, which I like never pull Camden. So he kind of blessed me this comeback. Yeah, Brian's cards are really pretty. I brought this one to the concert. Actually, I brought both of these Brians to the concert. I had this one on my bag, and then I just had this one with me. And then I didn't do anything with this page yet. I didn't feel like it. And then I've got this like F&Z Kingdom set back here. This is the Photocard set that they sold during their My First tour. And then the Born to Define tour. And then the light stick, I've got Kyrell and Shion unit with mine. So even though they're not in order, I flip-flopped Kyrell and Shion so that they'd correspond with their unit in the middle there. And then these are some cards that I pulled from sets that I don't collect. And then here are some like pre-order benefits. So I used to only collect Micaiah when Amber's first debuted, so that's why I have these 3 Micaiahs. I bought these 2 individually because they were cute. This one just came in a set that I bought of his cards. I pulled this one in the Wild and Free album, and I pulled this one in, what was it called? Loud and Proud album. And then these are K-Pop Nara cards from Definition, which I actually had double Princess Brian, but I traded for Shion here. And then I have my concert freebies in here. These are from their first concert. And then these are from this year. So most of these are from the Minneapolis show, except for like a couple. I didn't think I was gonna get any freebies in Des Moines since I showed up so late, since I just had GA for that one. But I got a couple. I got like the Sungmo sticker. It came with like a keychain. And then this thing, I feel like I got like one more. But there's a lot of freebies that I got that can't go in here. But I got a lot more freebies this year than I did last year, which I'm very happy about because they're all really cute. I got a lot of like keychains, stickers. I got like a flower with Kyrell's face on it, a picket, and some other stuff. But the Minneapolis show did not have the, what's it called? The photo booth. So I got to do that when I was in Des Moines. So when it prints out your photos, you get like this thing with it. But I have that, the actual like film strip on my wall. And then one thing I'm going to tell you about the selfies. So I had most of them pick the pose. The only ones where I had poses picked out was for Micaiah, Kyrell, and Jihoon. Everyone else picked it. Jihyo, I have beef with Jihyo. Everyone has beef with Micaiah. I don't have beef with Micaiah. I have beef with Jihyo. Because I told him to pick the pose. And he thought about it for a couple seconds. And he said, let's flex. Let's do flexing. I was like, oh man, I don't have muscles. I don't have muscles. And then he was like, haha, that's the point. And I was like baffled. Like, why would you say that? And then I'm making like the stupidest face ever. Then I see everyone else posting their selfies and they're so cute. And then there's me. And that same with Brian. He said, let's slay it. And I hate how I look. My arm looks ginormous. So if there's another opportunity next year for selfies, next time they go on tour, they are not allowed to pick. They're not allowed to pick ever again. I'm not letting them. I'll think of something. I thought about doing the cat ears with Jihyo again, as I did last year. And the only reason why I wanted to do the cat ears again was because you couldn't see his hand last time. Like that. His hand is like completely blocked. So I was like, oh, let's like try it again. But like, what if his hand gets blocked again? Then it was all for nothing. So I made him choose. And he doesn't get to choose again. He chose like such cute poses for everyone else that told him to choose, and then he does this for me. Anyways, that is it. Once I get my Ampers cards in the mail this week, hopefully, I'll film something else, putting them away. Yep. And then I think after those arrive, I bought some albums to try and win a fan call. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. So I have those to put away once those come. All the photo cards from that. So I'll probably expect a couple videos then for Ampers. And then another long break. But bye. See you next time. If you want to let me know your concert experience if you saw Ampers, just let me know. I'd love to hear it. Or if you have like a TikTok or something that you made, share it. I'll watch it. I love watching all the and ears. But bye.